How's it going, everybody? Welcome to my channel. My name is RJ, and welcome to another episode of Jurassic World Evolution 2. We'll be taking a tour of the 2015 Jurassic World, the park that unfortunately met its demise thanks to the one and only infamous Indominus Rex, but now it has been rebuilt by yours truly. And yeah, just taking you guys through the tour, showing you guys how I did it, and giving my thoughts about what I liked about it, what I didn't like about it. And once again, I'd like to thank everyone for watching my last video. If you have not watched the last video of the speed through of the park, I highly recommend you do. And let's get into this walkthrough. Alright, so basically you got the control room from here with the helicopter from based on the movie, which was really nice. I really like how they added that placement availability, because in the original, not the original, the first Jurassic World Evolution, you wasn't really able to do that, but here you were able to. So you're just making our way down to the hotel resorts, and yeah, just decided to create 6 of them. And yeah, how it was in the movie, there was a beach with 2 beaches leading out to the lagoon area. I mean, it was a little bit different. Technically, the beaches were connected to the lagoon, but I decided to just, make a pathway instead. But yeah, I really like the way it turned out. There's the beautiful hotels and the beaches, the place where people can, wine and dine on the beach, check into the hotels, and kind of changed it up over here. Decided to make like a courtyard type of a place where people can, eat. They decide if they want to eat on the beach or do they want to eat on the courtyard over here. But overall, yeah, very pleased how this turned out. And then, of course, going into the lagoon where we have the infamous Mosasaurus. She's down there. Looks like she's preparing to dive or lurking. Probably getting ready for the show, which, let's see. Alright, here we are now by the lagoon. The shark feeder is out. And the Mosasaurus looks like she's making her way down there. She's making a dive for it, but and we'll come back to it. Anyway, let's talk about the main street. Alright, so here we are, the main street.
First inhabited the Earth's ocean. The prehistoric seas were.
The game's a little loud. Okay. So yeah, we have the main street, which pretty much how it was in the movie. Don't know what the exact stores, but in the, or I should say the stores and the venues. Really, I do remember there was a theater, there was a place, an arcade-looking building, which is right there, and then of course you have the 2 little main stores right there from the last scene in the movie. Tyrannosaurus Rex Kingdom. We have our old girl Rexy in there, as she is in there. I guess she's. Wait a minute. Okay, she was just at a standstill. Yeah, so she's in there, of course, because she was in the movie. And of course, we have the goat to feed her down there, and then the viewing galleries for people to view her in all her glory. She looks marvelous, and yeah, here's her cage. 60. Yeah, and there's the gate. The player opens up her paddock, or her paddock gate, and then she walks on down to do her thing, which is to pick down the Indominus. Alright, now moving on to the Allosaurus enclosure. Now, in Jurassic World, we didn't know how the Allosauruses were enclosed, but the idea, I was very inspired by the idea of like the Allosauruses kind of living in this forest kind of area. So, kind of put them in this enclosure. And yeah, it turned out pretty nice. You know, they're, I guess you can say this is a mini river lake to drink from. And really like how this third one turned out. It looks all like that the skin pattern, even though it's only two colors. And now we move on to the Ankylosauruses, which are, looks like they're all bunched up over there. But yeah, same thing. Ankylosaurus, we did see them, of course, in the movie. Didn't really know how they were enclosed, but again, just sort of decided, you know what, I'm just gonna use my imagination and then just include them on the tours, you know, and yeah, just decided to add like a nice little mini bunch of them, and of course had Bumpy, from Cretaceous, that she was sleeping, unfortunately, but yep. And now for one of the biggest enclosures in the entire park. This is where I'm house most of the hadrosaurs and one ceratopsid and the brachiosaur, and of course the pachycephalosauruses are in here. Well, there's only one ceratopsid, which is the Sinoceratops, and two hadrosaurs, which are the Tyrannosaurs and the Edmontosaurus. And yeah, went with the Camp Cretaceous model of the Tyrannosaur. I don't really like the platypus face looking Tyrannosaurs. They're kind of weird looking, but these turned out very nicely. Very happy to have those. Triceratops. They should be. Let's see if I can actually run into. Hold on, I'm go into the packies. Yeah. The main tour, there's the Allosaurus. Again, love the way this enclosure turned out, and just loaded it up with tons and tons of species and varieties of them. The Allosaurus look very nice. They were not in the tour of Jurassic World, but they were in the website promotion and the Dinosaur Protection Group, if you followed that website, which unfortunately they became extinct once again, but we brought them back. Or I brought them back, I should say. More Brachiosaurus. Hello, sweetie. Can you say like, comment, and subscribe? That's fine. Yep. It's like, oh, they're the packies. There you guys are. There's the Pachycephalosauruses. Because I didn't include the Enolox, I decided, you know what? I'm going to use Pachycephalosaurus instead. I like Pachycephalosaurus. Okay, moving on to the next enclosure, which was the main herd enclosure, which was seen in the movie. Now, unfortunately, for some reason, these animals like to cluster in the weirdest parts of the enclosure. They don't want to stay anywhere out here. They either want to stay towards the edge, here as you see, or they want to bunch up here where the Apatosaurs are. And the Gallimimuses like to ride the edge of the fence over there. They're making their way in there and coming on out, which blocks the Gyrossphere entrance. But they are very, very, very beautiful. That's a very like 40 times right there, but you get what I mean. As you can see, this is like their little hot spot for the Triceratops. Parasaurolophus will come through here time to time, but the Trikes, yeah, they hang around this area. There's two of them just bully that cruiser. And for some reason, just cannot get them to stay out here. But, you know, I tried. Alright, moving on to the next enclosure, and this probably is my, I would say, second favorite enclosure that I built, was this enclosure, which is supposed to be a remake of the Jungle River cruise ride that was in Jurassic World that was only seen briefly. I put the Apatosaurs in there, a different skin color, as well as the Stegosaurus. And I changed the skin color as well. I really like that. I like that pattern of the plates. Really nice, really nice. Yeah, I couldn't put the Stegosaurus with the Triceratops in the other enclosure, otherwise they would fight, because Stegosaurs and Triceratops don't get along. They're territorial. So they're just going to be the Apatosaurs.
Gyrosphere gate closing. Please stand clear.
Ideally, the Gyrosphere is supposed to go all the way around here, rise up with a blink. Yep, the Gyrosphere is supposed to ride all the way around here. and then you just get your glimpses of the Apatosaurus and the Stegos. Now this paddock is best experienced at night. As you clearly can see, they are the Perserops Lux from the Cretaceous pack, which was very, very beautiful. As you see, they have elevated skin patterns. I thought this would be a very nice addition to the park. Even though there was, of course, it was a 2015 version of the original Jurassic World, but I like to mention them anyway. So the Gyrosphere just comes on through, and then they get a beautiful, beautiful view of them, whatever they're doing, either drinking from the river or just hanging about, as they are right now. But yeah, the river kind of makes their way through two enclosures, which is really cool again how they turned out. Alright, now moving on to the next paddock, which is, or enclosure, which is the Carnivore enclosure, which houses 3 Carnivores. And yeah, just really didn't know what to do, really. I did, didn't really know how to house them, really, in terms of how Jurassic World would do it, but I just said, you know what, use your imagination. I thought like making a nice little sandy, grassy area for the Carnivores would be very nice. And yeah, it turned out pretty nice. They seem like they like it, so really nice how it turned out. It's really comfortable show to me. Now here we are with the Baryonyx enclosure, which I decided to go with a swampy, kind of like with some hills. I should say uneven terrain kind of a enclosure, which houses just multiple species of fish. And I decided to give them the Fallen Kingdom skin, but also the Camp Cretaceous skin. I think that's Grim, which is my favorite skin, by the way. I really like Grim in Camp Cretaceous show. I like them all, but Grim is definitely my favorite. This is how good they look. Aren't they glorious? Okay, and now we are at the Raptor enclosure, or holding pen, whatever you want to call it. But basically, yeah, where the Raptors were in the movie. Again, there was a lot more to it, how it was in the movie, but with the limitations of the game, this is what I had to work with. But otherwise, I still had a lot of fun doing making the enclosure. Look at this one. I'm bad at telling. It's Delta. That's Delta. Yeah, I'm bad at telling them apart. It's Delta and Echo. There's blue, and I think that's Echo. No, that's Delta. Charlie's somewhere around here. Yep. Oh, there you are, Charlie. Yeah, you're hiding. Yeah, Charlie's pretty easy to tell the difference from, obviously, with the green pattern. Alrighty. The last paddock we have to show, this would be Jurassic World if there wasn't the paddock 11, which holds the infamous Indominus Rex, the hybrid that never got to be displayed, of course, because she wreaked havoc in Jurassic World, and you know the story. But yeah, same thing. Just try to, mimic on how it was in the movie. It was still being built. So just added some cranes and some supplies, added a little hatchery building. You know, it's like a viewing place for it. The gate, when she broke out, and you know. And there she is. Looking good. Looking real good. Oh man, Indominus Rex is my favorite hybrid. If I had to choose, it would definitely be Indominus Rex. She looks amazing. She a roar. I don't think she is. I think she should stand there static. She's probably thinking. Yeah, had a good time building. Well, her enclosure was rather easy. It was just adding some walls and some water, giving her a feeder, and then just releasing her. But overall, you know, still had fun. Alright, well that's going to conclude this walkthrough. I hope you guys enjoyed the walkthrough. If you have not checked out the speed build, I highly recommend you do. And hope you guys enjoyed that one too as well. Once again, I had an incredible time building this. Wonderful time building this. It was really great. Really liked how it turned out. Didn't have a lot of problems with the constraints or anything of the game. It was pretty nice, you know, using my imagination in terms of what I had to work with versus what was in the movie, but it turned out very, very nice. And please stay tuned for more. Please leave a comment, like, and subscribe, as more Jurassic World Evolution 2 content will be on its way. And once again, my name is RJ, and have a good one.